foster brother stood at the gate of St. Jude's, his shirt faded, but my sister Nina, who always loved shiny things, ran past me and hugged him, sweetly calling him brother. I knew then, she had also been reborn. In our past life, when choosing between the wealthy Dyers and the poor Millers, Nina shoved me aside for the limousine. I won't live miserably. You can, sister? She sneered. She got her luxury but died miserable on the streets years later. Meanwhile, I earned a scholarship, studied abroad with my foster brother Liam, married him, and built a happy life. Now, with a second chance, Nina chose differently. I looked at Liam, waiting for a word. Instead, he shielded her and warned me coldly, "Stay away from my sister." As Nina smirked, I turned toward the Dyers' limousine. Fine. I was ready for a different life too. This way, miss. The Dyers had sent no one but a driver. As the city scrolled by, he recited a list of house rules I was to follow upon arrival. Soon the car purred to a stop before a villa that looked more like a palace. I followed the driver inside. "Ma'am, I've brought her." An elegant woman drinking tea on a plush sofa lifted her head. Her eyes scanned me from head to toe before she beckoned me closer. "Come here. What's your name?" "Alara." She nodded, a flicker of approval in her eyes. "Good. From now on, you'll be Alara Dyer. Alfred, show her to her room." "Right away, madam." I followed the butler, my steps echoing softly on the gleaming marble floors. The banister of the grand staircase was carved from rich, dark sandalwood. Everything reeked of opulent luxury, but these were all things I had earned for myself in my previous life through sheer hard work. The spectacle didn't faze me. The butler glanced back, a hint of surprise in his expression. He pushed open a door, revealing a princess-like bedroom. "Miss, this will be your room from now on. Please rest for a while. I will return shortly." He bowed slightly and left, closing the door behind him. I stepped inside, my eyes sweeping over the room. It was exquisite. Clearly the Dyers didn't skimp, even on an adopted daughter. Every detail screamed high society refinement. A deep thrill shot through me. In my past life, with no powerful family to back me, I had clawed my way up, step by painstaking step, to afford a life like this. This time, with the Dyer name behind me, I could achieve so much more. My thoughts were shattered by a shout from the hallway. The door flew open, and a basketball came hurtling toward me, smacking me hard on the head with a dull thud. "Hey, charity case, toss me my ball." A cocky, arrogant voice rang out behind me. I turned slowly. A boy about my age but taller and built with a careless confidence stood there. He had his chin tilted up, radiating an air of superiority. If I remembered correctly, this was the sole heir of the Dyer family, Wyatt Dyer. A typical rich kid, obsessed with extreme sports like racing and skydiving, with zero interest in the family business. In my past life, a racing accident had crushed his legs, leaving him paralyzed and his temper permanently soured. "Hello? You deaf or something? Didn't you hear me?" he snapped, his voice laced with impatience. I shook myself back to the present, picked up the basketball, and held it out to him. Remembering the driver's instructions, I kept my voice soft. "Here you go, brother." He flinched. "Playing nice already? Don't think that'll get you a piece of the Dyer fortune." He scoffed and walked away. In the days that followed, I rarely saw Mrs. Dyer. Wyatt was a ghost, never in the same place twice. Alfred, the butler, showed me around the sprawling estate. Once I had my bearings, he handed me a schedule. It was a dense grid of business management courses. "These are your upcoming lessons. Starting tomorrow, you will have one-on-one tutoring on corporate management. Mrs. Dyer has arranged everything. All you need to do is study hard. Do this well, and you will be rewarded in the future," he explained coolly. "Can you handle that?" This was material I hadn't touched in my previous life until Liam and I were starting our own company. To learn it now at 15, I was ecstatic. Of course, I nodded. A flicker of surprise crossed his face, but he said nothing more, and continued with his instructions. To ensure I didn't fall behind in my regular studies, Mrs. Dyer also hired a private tutor for my middle school curriculum, but I had already mastered this material in my past life, so it was a breeze. In just a year, I had absorbed all the new knowledge and was applying it with ease. "This child is a remarkably fast learner," the tutor gushed to Mrs. Dyer. "She's not only mastered the high school curriculum but is also grasping the complex principles of business management. It's astounding." I sat quietly to the side, listening. "At this rate," he continued, beaming, "she won't even need to attend high school. She could go straight to a university abroad." But that wasn't Mrs. Dyer's plan. She wanted me to go through high school with Wyatt, then have us attend college abroad together. She framed it as us looking out for each other, but I knew the truth. She wanted me to rein in her untamable son. Mrs. Dyer paid the tutor generously, and when she looked at me again,